And my name is Lilian Sentamukadu. I am the Chief Executive Officer of Namulondo Investments Ltd. This is the company that manages and develops real estate on behalf of Buganda Kingdom. As you know, it's the biggest kingdom with 10 million Baganda in there. So the opportunities are great. Now today I'm here to talk to you not about the Diaspora returnee experience, but to give you insights. If you decide to come and invest back home, what should you expect? By the way, make no mistake, that's the right thing to do. But you need to be prepared for it, to angle for it, to make sure you plot and plan to make it a success. We need to first know why we are returning in the first place. Objective is everything. You're coming home. Why are you coming home? Maybe you've met your targets. Maybe when you left in 2016, you wanted to work for 4 years. You have set aside a particular amount of money and you want to inject it back home. That's a good target. Let's talk about nostalgia. You may be missing home and you need to come home. Good target as well. You may have on holiday identified opportunities that you need to tap into by investing back home. For instance, you might say, these people don't have enough money to do this. If I put up this, they'll take it up. Good idea. Very good. You may have the overarching desire to contribute to country. And this is also noble and very good. We need the remittances that you make to the country, and we need the ideas and experiences. It's not monetary only. The experiences are invaluable. Why is it the real estate sector that you're investing in when you're coming back? Apart from the foregoing, that's why you want to come home. But why do you want to invest into the real estate sector? The real estate sector is an advantaged sector. It has predictability of income. You can know how much you will earn in how long. That's priceless. How much you'll earn in how long is not something you can do if you have stocks. If you have, yes, you can fairly predict, but you may not be accurate. If you have a shop, you want to invest in a shop, maybe in Chikubo, you may not be able to know how much income you'll earn. But with real estate, you can count the pennies, literally, before they hit your account. Secondly, there's a housing deficit, creating a bountiful opportunity for you to tap into. According to Uganda Bureau of Statistics, we have a deficit of 2.5 million units in housing in Uganda. And it's predicted that by 2050, this number should have grown to about 8 million. And that will be a strain on what we have because it's not sufficient. So that's a good thing as well. It's a good cause. You can contribute to that one. Then secondly, real estate is a solution to more than one problem. You see, you may not have a house back here, but you also want to invest. So you make a housing estate. You have maybe 6 units, 2 bedrooms, you can live in one, and you can rent out the 5. And therefore, you'll have a home and an income in one place. You may also have the need to share experiences. You've seen experiences that are lovely. Maybe they're parks, maybe they're recreation centers that are out of this world. You want to transport that experience back home. So you come and invest in that real estate for the children here to experience what is out there. So you're giving a social good, you are helping people, and you are making profit at the same time. That's also priceless. So there's also the need to create a seamless transition. You live abroad, you are used to a controlled environment, you want to bring it back home. Invest in real estate, create the controlled environment, come and move into the real estate, and you will not have left the UK at all. We need to investigate why do players play? The players in the real estate sector, why do they play? They play because of leverage. get real estate, have a lot of it, use it to leverage, get more financing, create more real estate. These players may also have children that they want to transfer wealth to. There's no safer vehicle than real estate. Create holdings, put them in the names of your children, you will have nothing to worry about. Even if they manipulate wills or do what, it will be done. In terms of capital gains, real estate appreciates. It actually does. If you build at $500,000, $1 million, whatever it is, that amount may have doubled in 2-3 years if you decide to sell. So real estate always appreciates. Whether slowly or exponentially, it appreciates. So that's something you want to tap into. So the players play for that reason. Then predictable cash flows and income. Yes. Someone wants to know what they'll earn when. So this is something they do. They invest in real estate and they know how their money will come in. That way they can allocate it better. And in terms of asset classes, they say that if you put real estate in there, you control volatility of your portfolio. So it's not out of this world. You don't get affected by the changes in the macro environment that fast. So what are the challenges if you decide to invest in our beautiful motherland, Uganda, the pearl of Africa, as beautiful as it is? And it is beautiful. And it has opportunities. The challenges are that you need to pay attention to the structural constraints in our country. We have a challenge. We have authorities. They don't deliver as they promise. We are ridden with fraud. We don't have infrastructure. That makes our projects very, very, very expensive. And remember, you're going to visit this on the person who's taking up the property. We have commingling of funds. You people in the diaspora have a habit of sending your relatives kwata sente zange nzimbira. That's Luganda. So anyone who comes from here actually understands what I mean. But what I'm saying is you give them the money and then the money gets mingled with other money. Their own money to solve personal problems. So we've had stories, trauma stories, of people who have actually given in money and then come down to inspect their properties and they find bush. What did the relatives do? They got the money, they diverted it, they sent pictures of the neighbor's house, and you can imagine after your years of hard work finding that. So don't commingle funds. Look for professionals. We also lack data. We lack data to facilitate feasibility. In as much as UBOS is on it, and UBOS is trying to create a price index for real estate, it's doing a number of things in collaboration with Area Uganda, with the Ministry of Lands, with so many people, but they have not yet got it. So you may not be able to do your feasibility based on certain statistics. So you might want to do a little bit more hard work, talk to developers individually, talk to different people, benchmark, come up with a model that works for you. We have cultural shock in terms of family, in business, work culture. We come to work late. We do not stick by our word. We don't make commission agreements. We make you inspect 10 houses before you get to the 11th. That's a mismatch with your price that you stated online. But you need to steel yourself for it. For all these things, you need to steel yourself and find mitigation measures. The sector is predominantly informal. There are threats, there is everything, but that does not dissuade us. I think rather it encourages us to make the sector formal. This is an effort that Association of Real Estate Agencies is trying to deal with. We are trying to make the sector formal by pushing the Parliament to enact a real estate management bill. It's a private member's bill because Ministry of Lands did not push it. It has gone to the floor of Parliament We've gotten our certificate of financial implication, and I think we are getting there. So we need to formalize the sector, but before we do that, you need to be aware. So challenges continued. We have the legal regime. Our legal regime, we had the law talking about distressing for rent, and we used to do that ably. It wasn't that effective, but it was okay. Now there is a suggestion in the recently presented landlord tenant bill that this is scrapped, that you give a tenant 6 months notice before you actually evict the tenant. 6 months notice, and then you take them to court. Now there's no saying when the legal process will end, but that means that then we are challenged. We have to be very, very creative. As property owners or landlords, you have to change. If you come to invest, you have to go for long-term tenancies. If you have a tenancy of 6 years, then the 6 months notice is nothing. And you need to make sure people pay forward, be vigilant in collecting the rates, tie in the contract as much as possible. There are professionals in this country that can do that ably. The cost of money is another constraint. Sometimes it undermines the investment because we are at an interest rate of about 21%, 19 to 21. Payback period, 8 years. And really, sometimes the figures do not match. So we have to find a solution to the cost of money. We have the quality of contractors. Our contractors are qualified, yes, but they are few and far between. The rest are Juakali contractors. They are as they are, and you need to work with them. Of course, the quality of contractors visits the quality of workmanship, and I cannot say that much about that. There is fraud, there is double titling, there is double sales, there is letting houses that don't actually belong to anyone we know, and that's a constraint on the progress of the real estate sector and on the profit of the investor. But it can be surmounted as well. Failure to deliver, that's an ailment. It's everywhere. How do you work with a professional that can give you a Microsoft work plan, that can give you a Gantt chart, that can help you with timelines? You know when they are going to deliver which project. So how do we mitigate this? We intensify saving when we are abroad. We make sure that we spare every penny and keep it. So we come here when we have enough to add to collateral to get a sizable amount of money to invest. The second is research. I cannot emphasize that enough. If you don't know what you're going into, please don't go into it. Research. You benchmark from people who have done it. They give information freely. In the session when we are breaking out, I'll be able to share with you some numbers of realtors who are here, property developers, who have made it against all odds, and they'll help you. And you'll see their names. You can actually, you know, their names you can reckon with. Utilize your holidays profitably. Come home. Party is healthy. Don't party all the time. Go to the countryside. Talk to the elderly people. You just might chance upon something that you need. See what people are doing and how they are doing it. See how they are surmounting the pitfalls that we all know. How are their projects becoming cheaper, deliverable, and on time? And how are they marketing? Forfeit your Saturday on a beach? Go and do that. Then create a very useful network. You need the network. You need the network for the background. You need the network for the construction. You need the network for the offtake. Join Rotary. There are off-takers in there. Have your networks abroad. They need to stay in touch. Get friends, industrial practitioners who are friends. They'll help you along the way. They'll hold your hand. Hire professionals. It sounds expensive now. You do not know how much more expensive it is to hire people who don't know what to do. You'll get 20 million and throw it after 10 million. That's throwing good money after bad money. Rethink. And lastly, be realistic. Put in place something that works, that will appeal to the consumer. Make sure you profile the consumer properly. So, how do we solve the financing problem? We have a problem. The cost of money that side is very cheap. 3 to, maybe not very cheap, but reasonable. 3 to 7, that's okay. Here we are at 19 to 21. If they lend you money from that side, they will want to control where you put it. So they want you to invest it in the UK, which you may not want. Or the US. You're coming back here. How do we sidestep that problem? Even a bank here will have problems with you because they don't have an income to profile you to. So, what do? We go into development REITs. REITs are really real estate investment trusts. So get in there, see what you can do together. Crowdfund if you have to. Visit Diaspora bonds. Create housing cooperatives or circles. Tap into retirement benefit schemes. In Uganda we have about 20 right now. Tap into those ones. And then you'll have enough money to invest in real estate. Remember, you're buying a block together. So you're not buying a block alone. And that's much easier. So the other thing you have to do is personal to self. You have to make sure that you maintain your drive and persistence and identify a motivator. You have to build resilience. If you're walking along the way and you find these roadblocks, be sure that you just do a double take, recharge, and face them headlong. Don't say, oh, they robbed me of my money, so I need to run back to the UK. No, you don't. You just have to be aware that they are coming and guard against them. Where possible, tap into cheaper financing. I know this is for high net worth individuals, but maybe you could pull it, try. So what are the opportunities that are there in Uganda currently? There are 3 levels. The very basic level is land. You have to speculate. Visit UNRA, visit KCCA, find out what are the opportunities, which town is growing, which city is growing, where the road's going, the road network. Then buy. Speculate and buy. Hold for a bit. Create value, then sell. You can also do the same with developments. Developments, we have people who build to sell. They build apartments, they sell. That's the trending thing now. They're in Chira, they're in Nigeria, they're everywhere. Chigo, everywhere. Build to sell. But there's also an opportunity of build to suit. Look around. Identify someone who wants to come into Uganda and invest. Don't let them put up the infrastructure. Put it up. If you put it up, they pay for 10 years or 15 years, then you can recoup your money back and they can have a smooth entry, and then you will have a smooth exit because you have the money and you're not borrowing. The other level is transactions. You can do leases or long-term tenancies. You can do micro leases, shared space. It's trending because the micro leases bit. It's trending because of COVID. So people are not taking up large floors, they're sharing space. So you can work on it. People have realized that maybe they don't need that much for commercial. So they're sharing floors. So you could get into that. So you need to take a look at what we have as Buganda Kingdom. Our properties are in Chigo, Mirembe Villas. They're also in Sentema. Sentema is low cost. Chigo is a bit of high end. Chigo is along it's after the Munyonyo Spar, the Entebbe Expressway. It's about 20 minutes from every direction, from town, from Entebbe, from anywhere you want to go. 20 minutes. So we have a beautiful 4-bedroomed villa. It has 4 bathrooms. It's on 13 decimals. The built-up area is about 180 square meters. The price is 180,000. And the very nice thing about this is in dollars, is you can pay within 36 months. No pressure, no interest. We also have the C3. It's on 328.9 meters squared. It has a built-up area of 98 meters squared. It's 3-bedroom, 2-bathroomed, living and dining room. Asking price is 93,000, and we can access discounts. We also have a T3. This is by far like a dream come true. $36,000. It's on 226.8 square meters. Built up area is 87. 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 1 living room. We get you a 99-year lease. So all you have to do is do your ground rent and you're good to go. So we have L3, 3-bedroom. It's a luxurious house. So it's at $108,000. It's built on 349 square meters. And the built-up area is 114. 3 beds, 2 baths, a living room, dining room, kitchen, laundry. We have a T2, 5-bedroom villa. 310,000, 5 bedrooms, 6 bathrooms, a very spacious living room. This is by far the biggest, and it tallies with your dreams, people. Pay the money 36 months, pay in installments. You can have this for yourself. Gift. So we have a 3+1. We also have people who don't like standalones. They like being part of apartments. They like the security that comes with it. We have an apartment block. We are selling at 75,000. We have 3 bedrooms, 3+1. That means you have 3 for yourself as a family, 1 for the help, and then you have 4 bathrooms. You have a fitted kitchen. It's beautiful. So the apartment block is there, captioned. You can see it. And I'm going to leave you with a number that you can call if you really need to tap into these investments. Buy a home back home, for example. We have a 2-bedroomed house, T2. This is $28,000. You can see the prices are unbelievable. $28,000, 2 beds, 1 bath. You will not find that anywhere. So you won't find that anywhere, but it's beautiful. It's captured therein, and these things are not cast in stone. We are showing you these houses, but we can alter them to suit you the way you want. They are already up, but they can be altered. So we have T1 4-bedroom villa. The asking price is $260,000. The plot size is 17 decimals. The built-up area is 244 meters squared. It has 4 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms, It has a spacious living room. It looks beautiful, as you can see it. It's really beautiful. An open kitchen, a laundry area, a pantry, verandas, balconies. So everything is there. So we have a shopping mall finally. You will want a shopping mall, residential area, but people need to buy stuff. They need to buy it somewhere. So you see, this shopping mall is in the middle of a residential area. There are estates, there are apartments, there is the Centum development. There are so many neighbors that need to tap into that space. So get yourself a unit, 50 meters squared. We sell at 90,000. We sell at 90,000. You get your condominium title. It's 99 years. But then you have the advantage. You have locked in everyone who wants to buy into that space. All the shoppers, the traffic, the footfall, you have everything. Amazing real estate. Contact Kennedy Muresi. I repeat, contact Kennedy Muresi Wagumbulizi. His number is 0751 735 401. His number is 0751 735 401. So if you want to tap into that, call him on that number. He'll give you the bank that will help you actualize your need. He will show you about the installments. He'll give you a contract that you can sign, and everything will be well. So I thank you very much for listening to me. I encourage you to invest back home. It's a good thing. Just think it through and keep your eyes open. Thanks for listening to me. Have a good day.